Indonesia is the largest country in ASEAN, covering nearly 2 million square kilometers of land scattered across thousands of islands. Hidden within that vast geography is a staggering amount of unextracted mineral wealth. Take a look at this chart comparing Indonesia's estimated gold reserves to what's actually been verified. The government estimates there are about 1.91 million tons of gold sitting in the ground. The proven reserves, however, sit at just 3,200 tons. Because these remaining deposits are primarily alluvial and oxidized ores, mining operators usually default to a method called heap leaching. It requires relatively low upfront capital and delivers a quick return on investment, making it suitable for these sprawling open-pit environments. Getting the physical dirt out of the ground is the easy part. Actually separating the valuable gold from the oxidized ore relies entirely on a single, highly problematic chemical catalyst. For decades, the default chemical for this separation process has been sodium cyanide. It is effective at extraction, but it carries an extreme toxicity profile that impacts every level of the operation. Sodium cyanide costs up to $7,000 a ton, but the real financial drain is the cyanide tax. Because it's highly toxic, operators pay severe premiums for hazardous shipping, secure warehousing, mandatory safety gear, and constant compliance audits. When these line items are totaled, the logistical burden of simply moving and storing the chemical bleeds a mine's profit margins dry before the first ounce of gold is ever poured. This economic section has led many operators to a Chinese-developed metallic ore dressing agent called JIN CHAN. It functions as a complete one-to-one replacement for sodium cyanide. Operational integration is the primary advantage here. JIN CHAN drops right into a plant's existing heap leaching infrastructure. Zero capital expenditure is required to retool the machinery or change the established cyanidation workflow. Because it is officially classified as an eco-friendly, non-toxic reagent, it instantly bypasses government red tape. The massive line item expenses for hazardous transport, specialized warehousing, and intensive safety gear are simply struck from the ledger. This financial leverage is the true innovation. By eliminating the regulatory bottleneck, the process shifts from a liability-heavy burden to a streamlined, high-margin operation. We can see the real-world impact of this shift by looking at a 2012 pilot test conducted at a calcium carbonate gold mine in Indonesia. Tracking core metrics, JIN CHAN hit a 96.4% leaching rate, yielding 1.4% more gold than the cyanide baseline. Efficiency improved, requiring 200 fewer grams of reagent per ton. Stable chemistry also slashed rinse times by over 12 hours. The math confirms that adopting green technology in heavy mining leads to faster processing throughput and a higher physical yield. Industrial tradition often suggests that adopting eco-friendly technology requires a sacrifice in profit margins. Removing hazardous materials from the supply chain actually removes friction. It optimizes the entire life cycle of a mining operation, from initial purchasing to the final chemical extraction. Environmental innovations are most effective when they double as economic catalysts, allowing operations to run faster and cheaper by design. Applying this chemistry requires an understanding of Indonesia's highly diverse landscape, where the geological composition of oxidized ore varies wildly between regions. Because of these shifting variables, hitting a maximum yield requires precise calibration rather than a general estimate. The chemistry must match the specific properties of the ore being processed. To realize these economic benefits, mine operators must conduct rigorous technical testing in the very early stages of site development. That empirical data establishes the exact reagent dosage and timing required for a specific site. By partnering with specialized technical experts like GXSHGK early on, operators can dial in their plant's exact chemistry, bypassing the cyanide tax and transforming Indonesia's latent mineral wealth into a highly profitable reality.